Right, exactly. Yeah, you have to do your research to be sure. I think we've got just a couple of minutes left here in this first hour, Cliff. When we come back, we're going to finish up part 6, which is the powers that be is part of it. We're going to do the markets and the conclusion, because the conclusion is pretty interesting. It's pretty short, sweet, and to the point. We've also got some questions that we're going to be asking of you in regards to as it relates to what's going on not only in the here and the now, but also getting back to that October 26th date, because that seems to be another marker here in the grand scheme of things for what's going on, what's going to be coming up. And for those of you who are listening, we are talking about part 6. We're staying right on point with that. And we will be back again at the top of the hour. We're going to have a 5-minute break, so for those of you who would like to get up, stretch your legs, go grab some more Java or tea, whatever it is that you drink, and come back and join us, that'd be great. We got some music for you. You can find what is George's site? What is
urbansurvival.com.
Urbansurvival.com.
Go to his daily posting, and that's where he discusses our stuff.
Right, exactly. So you can get a daily update there, or however often he posts at urbansurvival.com. We'll be posting that to the front of my website so that you guys can find that. So for the rest of you, stay tuned. We'll be back with more of Cliff High, Part 6, coming up right after this break. And welcome back, Cliff.
Thank you much.
All right, it's good to have you here. We are going to continue on with Part 6 and kind of go through it here. I've lost my place.
We were at the powers that be.
Yes. See, you're better at this than I am to remember your own reports there.
Usually I forget all of this stuff because it's so many pages, but I've got it right in front of me, so we're good to go.
All right, so let's go on with the powers that be.
Yeah, again, basically we're finding correlation within this entity that the control mechanism that we spoke of in the populous entities is indeed going to come unplugged, and we think it's probably the press. And basically that amounts to if the powers that be are becoming extremely fascist, then they won't be having the press deny that anymore, and you'll have a much harsher environment globally relative to that. And we're showing a lot of the data sets that do go to the idea that this power control mechanism is going to be, they're going to lose that capability. And as part of that, apparently a lot of the less than savory actions of the political elite and these other people will start coming out, which again is going to start pressuring the people that are at the heart of those acts, and they're going to start acting a little psychotic, simply because they won't have any mechanism for spinning the nastiness, so to speak. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and again, we may be seeing some component of that because we have the idea that some of the powers that be are going to start, again, as part of the coagulation, there's going to be whistleblowers that will point fingers at people. These people will be in a position to where if too much pressure is put on them and they crack, then they represent a danger to those above them. So we're going to start seeing more and more of the disappearances that we discussed in some previous versions of the Alta Report for the last year. Some of the disappearances were just on the order, or described anyway, on the order of just a portal or interdimensional kind of thing opening up and scooping up these guys and closing, and no one knows what happened or why, and no indication whatsoever. A lot of the other disappearances, though, are entirely man-made and to serve the powers that be.
Yes, makes sense. And years back, I don't know if you remember, there was a rash of scientists that all
microbiologists.
Yeah, they all went away.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
The top 15 or 20 in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Curious,
Yeah, very curious. Kind of a little coincidental for me.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep moving forward with this because we got lots and lots of stuff left
to
cover.
As the powers that be entity was analyzed, it became rather clear that the events of the October 26th, November 5th time period are the actual ignition from the match to the tinder relative to revolution at a global level. As the press becomes less effective for them over the course of summer. Things start heating up, especially in Europe, over very late summer and through September and October. And we get to the situation that the powers that be have to start making some rather nasty decisions that they'd rather not. And that is, how are they going to react? They won't have any ability to spin it. It'll be rather difficult for them because we're still showing at that point that information flow through the Internet is essentially unrestricted. And in fact, that within both this and some other entities, we find confirmation that as part of the whole revolutionary process, we're going to have a whole new crop of, I guess, celebrities, if you will. And these are going to be individuals that have, at great risk to life and limb, and let me point that out, and we'll come back to that in a second. These individuals will be taking videos of actions that are unfavorable to the powers that be. Not only just law enforcement, but other areas. They'll be capturing things on video and putting them on YouTube that these people just don't want out there. And many of the individuals that will be doing the videoing will suffer greatly, and according to our data, some of them in the midst, especially in France, in the July through August period, will pay for it with their lives. So, it's not anything to aspire to.
No.
It's going to be very dangerous, and we're talking out-and-out active revolution. The real problem is, from our viewpoint, and that is to say those people that are not part of the powers that be, here you are, you're thinking, well, there's got to be a revolution. We've got to change, country X, whatever country we're part of.
Right.
But that is not at the core of, and you understand that at some level, that changing that changes nothing. That we have to change much more than simply national social structures. That what's ongoing is a planetary populist movement against the powers that be. Only, perhaps, let's be charitable and say perhaps 6% of the populace of the whole planet is aware of the things that we discuss on your show. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. If that's true, and that 6% is there,